everyone, and welcome to the Cardinal Sports Complex for CTN's live coverage of the 2014 high school baseball season opener as the Cardinals host the Armstrong Falcons. Joe Young, Howie Shapiro behind home plate, and Howie, a very young, very inexperienced ball club for Coon Rapids set to take the field.
Yeah, well, spring is in the air, Joe. Beautiful day here for the opener. And you're right, this is a team that lost a lot from last year's graduation, especially on the mound. And this is an opportunity for Coach Cohen and Coach Bright to see what they have. It's the opener. Armstrong the same way. Armstrong was a 10-10 team last year. Started the season 0-7, finished on a really strong note. Coach Sobiak's hoping to carry some of that over here to this season and this home opener, or this opener for them as well.
Well, we'll see which team is able to get off to that quick start, take a short break, and be back with the first pitch. You're watching high school baseball. I guess they're going to.
Son, tell him that I've begun to dream of things to come, and tell the trees not to look for me. I'm going to find some peace of mind. Wake the sun. Wake the sun, wake the sun, wake the sun.
Back at the Cardinal Sports Complex, the Sunstrom Field, as the Cardinals set to start the 2014 season in the field. And you talked about the pitching, also a new catcher with Morozla having caught the last 3 seasons in a row. But a lot of new names, as we'll get to the defense in a minute. First, the offense for the Armstrong Falcons. Mike Arnaugh set to lead things off. It'll be followed by the pitcher, Jordan Kuznia. Troy Olette playing in right and playing third. Or hitting third, Matt Bachmeyer, the first baseman in the cleanup spot. Jake Wosner, J.D. Weiss, Mike Sasewski, Ricky Reed, and Josh Thorpe round out the order for Coach Sobiak and the Falcons.
Yeah, you know, spring is eternal. Yes, hope is eternal. And both these teams looking to get off to a quick start to this 2014 baseball season. And we'll see where Tyler Wojciechowski on the mound, as he has to offer here, is
getting the open day start after just 3 innings pitched last year. Shows bunt, takes a strike. Arnaugh's trying to keep the infield on its toes. This one hit right side. Fielded cleanly by Hagstrom over to Connor Boone for out number 1.
Always nice to get in the field, get that first out of the season defensively. And Coon Rapids doing a nice job on that ground ball. Just a quick pickup by Hagstrom. The throw over to Boone for the out.
Here's a look at the Cardinals in the field. Andy Clark, Alex Boxwell, and Taylor Kroll patrolling the grass. Connor Boone at first, Ryan Hagstrom at second. Zach Klisch moves to the shortstop position. Jake Labine in the lineup at the hot corner. Justin Reeves behind the plate. And as we talked about, Tyler Wojciechowski getting
that's mine.
The start on the hill.
you talked about the losses for this team. I just actually got a text from Logan Shore. He is on the road. He's playing for the University of Florida. We'll talk a little bit more about that, but he's watching the game right now live online.
And nice to have him along. A great
Absolutely.
start to his season for the Gators. A letter high strike. No, called high, 1-1.
Yeah, an incredible start to his season, and we're pretty excited to follow him.
Wojo kicks and delivers. Off-speed pitch down and away, 2-1.
Not a bad-looking pitch, just a little bit off to the outside, off that corner.
Trying to get Kuznia to offer it something. Fastball hit sharply past Hagstrom into right field for a 1-out single.
And it looked like he had an opportunity to make a play on that ball. Nice piece of hitting by Kuznia. Certainly helping his cause as the starting pitcher here for the Falcons. Tattooed that one.
On a line past Hagstrom.
We have John Nelson as the courtesy runner over at first base for Armstrong, number 11.
And now the right fielder, Troy Aulette. Man on and 1 out. This one fouled on the third base line.
A good thinking on pitch. Trying to straighten that one, see if he can drive that down the line and left.
Well, step one accomplished for Wojciechowski, throwing first pitch strikes.
Yep.
Been out in front of all three guys. We'll see if he's concerned at all about Nelson over at first. Boone holding him on. Here's a bunt attempt laid down nicely, fielded by Wojo, goes to his knees and not in time. And Boone's foot may have come off the base. A bunt base hit for Troy Aulette.
Yeah, exactly, and that's something that Wojciechowski had to hurry that throw. A nice bunt laid down. It's very difficult for the pitcher coming off the mound to make that throw, and a good attempt. Looked like it was falling away a little bit, but there you see the foot coming off the bag.
1 out and 2 men on now for the cleanup hitter, Matt Brockmeyer.
Now the Armstrong has a little something cooking here in the first inning with just 1 away, and as you mentioned, 2 on.
Got a quick out on a ground ball to second. Then a line drive past second, followed by a bunt single. Has 2 on with 1 out. Wojo looking to get a ground ball and get out of this one with no damage done. Good strike thrown there, inside corner at the knees.
Yeah, nice pitch by Wojo there. Just kept that ball. You want to keep it down in the zone. You talked about an opportunity to get a ground ball, see if they can turn 2, but the key to that is keeping that ball low.
Another fastball for a strike. And Wojo in the driver's seat, 0-2.
A good spot for Wojo to be in here ahead 0-2. He can throw a number of different pitches to the batter and kind of keep it away from him, make him maybe offer something outside and low.
Swings at a pitch in the dirt for a strike. Runner is out on the strikeout, but both runners are going to advance on the wild pitch.
It looked like Wojo taking something off that pitch a little bit too much as that was down in the dirt. Reeves behind the plate, got a piece of it, not before the base runners advance as we sit 2 outs, runners at second and third.
It's not often you get strike 3 on a wild pitch. The good thing is they got the out. The bad news is 2 runners in scoring position now for Jake Wosner. Fastball for a called strike.
Yeah, Wosner taking a look at that pitch, but a nice one by Wojo. Trying to continue to stay ahead of these hitters.
This one fouled off into the screen above the home team dugout. And it's 0-2 again. You're going to throw it in the dirt this time. You got to make sure your catcher can stop it.
Without a doubt.
From first base open, you can get a swinging strike 3 and still go to first. And that run could score, and there it was. Nice smother behind the plate by Justin Reeves.
Key is keeping that ball in front of you, and Reeves did a nice job at doing so. Again, and a nice offering for Mojo, just trying to get Osner to offer it something a little bit down and low.
Again with the off-speed pitch, this time fouled back to the screen.
Card's trying to come away without any damage here.
One-two pitch. High for ball 2. Tried to get him an offer at the high heat after working him low for a couple of pitches. And now they come back to even at 2-2. 2 out runners at second and third here in the top of the first inning. Wojciechowski kicks and fires. He got him to offer that time. That one was chin high, but it's strike 3, back-to-back strikeouts for Wojciechowski to end the inning. Cardinals, their first trip to the plate. When we return, you're watching the baseball season opener on CTN.
Cook foods to the right temperature using a food thermometer. 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
Back at Sandstrom Field here at the Cardinal Sports Complex. Armstrong a couple of hits. Believe 2 men in scoring position at the top of the first inning. Talked about Coon Rapids, 12 seniors last season, so a lot of new names in the lineups, but a lot of seniors still.
Still a lot of seniors. We had an opportunity to go to the preview show and talk to Coach Coe and, of course, a couple of the players, a couple of the captains. And you know, they're optimistic coming into the season, and we talked about it, coming off a season where they were #1 in the state last year. A lot to live up to.
So look at the batting order. Zach Klisch will lead off. He's playing at short. Taylor Kroll, the left fielder, hitting second. Alex Boxwell behind him. Tyler Wojciechowski, the pitcher, in the cleanup spot. Andy Clark, Connor Boone, Justin Reeves, Jake Labine, and finally Ryan Hagstrom rounds out the order for Coach Jerry Cole.
Sorry, Joe. Kuznia, the left-hander, out on the mound.
And there's a look at the defense behind him. Mike Saseski out in left. Mike Arnost, Troy Owlett in the outfield with him. Bachmeyer and Thorpe, the right side of the infield. Ricky Reed is at short. Jake Wosner at third. Jonathan J.D. Weiss behind the plate. And Jordan Kuznia, the left-hander, getting the opening day start.
A lot of left-handers in the lineup for Coon Rapids. They have 7 left-handers on their roster, and that's probably the most they've had in quite a long time. You like the new unis, the Cardinal uniforms, brand new?
Well, first at bat of the season, it's the brand new Easton Mako making its first appearance. It's the bat,
I know,
ladies and gentlemen.
I thought you were questioning me.
Fastball strike. Down and in. As Kuznia trying to change up his tempo right away, keep the hitters off balance. Another off-speed pitch, down and away this time.
You know, it's early in the season, but you'd like to be able to start off hot at the plate, kind of set the tone for your season.
Fastball catches the inside edge, 2-2.
A little bit of a wind here this afternoon.
At times it does get consistent, but then it kind of drops off. That one was very close.
Yeah.
But a full count. Swing and a miss. And Kuznias starts the season with a strikeout on Klisch.
Yeah, a little speed on that fastball, but a little bit high in the zone, but Klisch offering it all the way.
Taylor Kroll, a pretty crazy senior season.
Yeah.
Injured during the football season. Told he had broken some vertebrae. Was in a shows bunt, pops it up, fouled on the third base line. Was in a neck brace for several weeks.
Yep.
Was told he wasn't going to be able to play the rest of the football season, wasn't going to be able to play basketball in the winter. Didn't get it double checked until get a second opinion until midway through the winter season, and at which point he was told it was never fractured and he was able to return to play for the end of the basketball season. Now hoping to get a complete year in.
Yeah, and I know that was important to him to be able to play some basketball before with his senior season.
Well, and he showed such amazing amount of promise in those first 3 or 4 games of the football season. Big, tall, athletic, wide receiver, could go up and get balls. Good hands.
Yep, great hands.
1-1 pitch. Off speed, got Kroll out in front of it. And another strikeout for Kuznia. Fans the first 2 he faces.
A nice way for Kuznia to start his 2014 season from the mound. There you see the swing and the miss. Opportunity for Alex Boxwell to play.
And Boxwell, one of those few that was in the varsity lineup all year last year. Looks at a curveball in the dirt, 1-0.
Oh, Weiss gets a piece of that.
Boxwell committed to go on to the University of Minnesota next season.
It'd be great to watch him play for the Gophers. Certainly wants to have a nice senior season.
Kuznia missing down and away again. And a hitter's count at 2-0. Right down the pipe, and it's jacked toward the gap in right center. High off the wall, Boxwell turns, goes to second. He's gonna dig and look for 3, and he's gonna be in there pretty easy. No throw coming. An absolute rocket to the right center field fence. A triple to start the season for Alex Boxwell.
Yeah, what a nice piece of hitting there. And Kuznia left that fastball up a little bit high in the zone, and Boxwell did a nice job as he just jumped on that, as you mentioned, off the wall in right center field.
Thought that one might have a chance.
It was close.
But high off the wall.
That was a pretty
And there was no chance off the bat for either right fielder or center fielder to get to that. It was absolutely exactly between them. High and away to start Wojciechowski out 1-0.
This would be an opportunity for him to help his cause, see if he can knock in a run, take the early lead.
Missing low this time. Nice stop by Weiss. A lot of speed at third base, so it does not have to get far away from the catcher for the first run to score. Another 2-0 count, and Kuznia doesn't want to groove another fastball to another good hitter. Goes off speed and got Wojo guessing a little bit.
That was a nice pitch. Wojo definitely off on that one a little bit. That was an important pitch for Kuznia.
Comes back with the fastball. Wojo a little late. That'll even the count, 2-2. Two and two with 2 out. Climbed the ladder, and Wojo went after it. 3 strikeouts in the inning for Kuznia. Both teams leave runners in scoring position. We go to the second. You're watching high school baseball on CTN.
Seven 7,000 high school students drop out every school day. That's a line of desks more than 4 miles long. We can keep students in school. Visit boostup.org and take the first step.
Sir, could you step over here, please? Is there anything you want to tell me?
Like what?
Like maybe you're out to protect the environment? Give scholarships to kids?
Fight blindness, help the elderly, feed the hungry?
Well, I only asked because you got a little lion in you.
See? Right there.
Right next to,
whatever that other thing is.
Starts from
Coach
the mound.
Don Bright, he knows. Definitely starts from the mound. Decent start by both. 5 of the 6 outs in the first inning come by way of the strikeout. All 5 swinging strikeouts at that.
Well, you mentioned it. Both teams leaving runners stranded in scoring position in their first opportunities.
Catcher J.D. Weiss will lead things off here for the Falcons in the top of the second. And again, Wojo coming out and getting that first pitch strike. Has done so, I believe, with all 6 men he's faced to this point. This one foul back, and it's quickly 0-2. Pretty efficient inning. He gave up 2 hits in the first, but he threw 17 pitches, 13 of them for strikes.
That's very efficient. Coaching staff will definitely take that. A little bit too many, maybe a few too many pitches, but percentages are nice.
Speed pitch, and Weiss just got a piece of it to stay alive at 0-2. Off speed and a big swing by Weiss. Nowhere near making contact. That's the 3rd straight strikeout for Tyler Wojciechowski.
Yeah, we're seeing early in this game, we're seeing both pitchers dominate. That was a nice pitch from Wojo to get Weiss.
Started out right down the middle of the plate and then just died down and in. And then out of the left fielder, Mike Siseski. Ball 1.
Mike's uncle tells me that Mike can hit it a long way.
You know, family members tend to be a wee bit on the biased side.
Just
Not discounting him. There's a fastball for a strike. Wojo working a little higher in the zone to the nice tall Mike Siseski. Brings him down. Ground ball to second. Hagstrom up with it. Over to Boone. 2 down.
Hagstrom's had a couple of opportunities in the field. A couple of ground balls. Fielded them cleanly both times.
Now the number 8 hitter, shortstop Ricky Reed. Fouls off the first pitch out of play.
Again, Wojo continuing to offer first pitch strikes to batters here early on in this contest.
This one fouled up out of play. Boone over for a look, but it's well beyond the visitor dugout. Another 0-2 count.
First high school baseball poll of the season came out today. Joe Yund and Coon Rapids High School was rated number 6 in the state.
Well, that's of course based on last year.
That is based on last year. We need to get a respect for, they finished number 1 in the state last year. The final poll.
In the driver's seat, Wojo took a little something off it through the breaking pitch, but Reed stays strong and lets it pass for ball 1. Back inside, 2-2. Down in the dirt and a full count. And after being ahead 0-2, Tyler Wojciechowski facing his first 3-ball count of the afternoon.
Yeah, and Ricky Reed doing a good job of working that count to get it to this, get it to 3-2.
In tight, ball 4.
As you mentioned, up 0-2 and 4 straight balls. Puts a run at first.
That'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Josh Thorpe, second base minder.
Armstrong's a couple years ago Little League team did real well, and Thorpe was one of the young men on that team.
Wojo missing outside. Try and pick off the runner, but Reed back in time. Not a real aggressive lead from Ricky Reed. Wojo thought he'd keep him honest. This one hit hard on the right side or left side. Fielded by Klisch. The out to Hagstrom at second. And the inning is over. Cardinals back at the plate after an inning and a half. No score here on CTN.
They said I couldn't dream. Called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. Said a bottle couldn't see the ocean. Give up. Go back to the dumpster. But I didn't listen. I made my way. And now, I am what I've always wanted to be.
Back at Ken Sundstrom Field here at the Cardinal Sports Complex. No score between Armstrong and Coon Rapids. Jordan Kuznia, a great first inning. Struck out the first 2 he faced and gave up a huge triple to Alex Boxwell, but finished with a swinging strikeout of cleanup hitter Tyler Wojciechowski.
Well, you know, obviously both teams coming out here, and we talked about this. I was talking that with Coach Sobiak. Last year at this time, they weren't playing. They were waited the weather delay a little bit, so an opportunity to get out a little earlier for both these squads.
And first time in a while for these guys,
yep,
I'm sure, to take real live pitches.
Yep, absolutely. You can only do so much in the gym.
Kuznia is stepping on the gas a little bit to open the inning against Andy Clark.
Well, and he's got
down and in, and then went up high with the fastball to get the swinging strike, and in the driver's seat 0-2. Stays up there, and this time Clark wisely lets it go.
Well, the Cardinals have been swinging at pitches higher in the zone, and I think Kuznia is realizing that. He gets, as you mentioned, throwing that heat, but just keeping it up a little bit, and getting the Cardinal batters to commit.
This one popped up behind the plates. No chance for Weiss as it's out of play. Clark will stay alive, 1-2.
Our coaches want to see those hitters at the plate, keep that at bat alive. You know, I'm just swinging. They want to be swinging at those pitches, especially obviously early on, kind of get that feel, get that rhythm.
Curveball, and a nice one as it buckled Clark. 4th strikeout for Kuznia.
That was a pretty pitch from Kuznia. See it here. Watch the bottom drop out.
And now the first baseman, Connor Boone. Letter high strike. This one fouled back, out of play, and once again Kuznia in front, 0-2. Good place to be.
Very good place to be, and he's been pitching well here this afternoon. We'll see if he comes with the fastball a little bit high.
Goes down and away with it, and Boone doesn't reach.
And Kuznia kind of tapped his chest, said, that one's on me, not where you wanted it.
Boone calls time, steps out a little bit, now resets his feet. In on the hands, popped up wide at third base, and a nice snag on the ball by Wozner.
I lost his footing there a little bit at the end, but stayed with that. It was just kind of his feet went out from under him.
Bring up the catcher, Justin Reeves. Fastball at the knees to start him with a strike. It's a good curveball.
That was nasty.
Reeves well out in front of that one. A little smirk on his face as he looks down the line at Coach Coe. O2 has to protect the plate, and he fights this one off. Another one fouled back to the backstop.
I'm just trying to do a good job of staying alive at the plate.
But also try and increase the pitch count.
Absolutely.
Make him work. 2 relatively quick outs to start the inning. But clearly in control is Kuznia with another 0-2 pitch. Wanted him to reach, but Reeves lays off.
Oh, smart decision at the plate for Reeves. All part of keeping that at bat alive.
Another one fouled back out of play. 3 2-strike fouls to Justin Reeves' credit in this at bat.
That one almost took out Brandon Rickard.
Oh, nice pitch. Called for a strike on the inside edge. And Kuznia completes a 1-2-3 inning with another couple strikeouts. We go to the third. No score. You're watching boys high school baseball on CTN.
Wake the sun, tell him that I've begun to dream of things to come, and tell the trees not to look for me. I'm going to find some peace of mind. Wake the sun, wake the sun, wake the sun, wake the sun.
Back at the Cardinals Sports Complex, a sunny spring day to get the baseball season started.
Got a nice crowd here this afternoon as well. People taking off a little early maybe from work. Now they can watch a good...
Yeah, boss. I know that it's gorgeous and sunny out and they might be playing baseball, but I just feel terrible.
Where can you watch baseball on a beautiful day and listen to Joe Yund at the same time?
Oh,
I mean, you know, that's
well,
like,
that would make me want to stay home in bed.
It's almost like winning the lottery.
Let's not get that far.
I said almost. I didn't say
Top
like.
of the order for Armstrong here in the top of the third. Arnost, a ground ball to second. His first time up. Gives this one a lift to left. Kroll back up on it and snag it for round number one. One pitch, one out.
Kroll doing a nice job of realizing where that baseball was
and he's got good speed.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
And long strides so he can cover a lot of territory. Speed pitch, and it was right in there. And good hack by Arnost, but held up. And Kroll gets the out. Pitcher Jordan Kuznia, line drive single back in the first inning. First pitch, fastball inside, 1-0.
A little bit inside. Good job holding up by Kuznia.
And now outside, 2-0. This one skied left side. I don't know if it'll stay in play, and it'll just get over the fence. Levine and Kroll were both over to take a look. Two and one. Took some off it, put it in the dirt.
Hey, tried
Kuznia isn't buying.
No,
3 and 1.
He was not. He tried to get him to swing at something low and down and in the dirt, as you mentioned. But he thought about it, I think, quickly.
And up high, ball 4, second walk of the afternoon issued by Wojciechowski. And I'm going to guess we're going to put the courtesy runner John Nelson back on base. So Kuznia, a great start to his afternoon.
Absolutely.
Five strikeouts in the first 2 innings.
Not bad.
A hit and a walk. Ouellette, bunt single, first time up. Fastball on the outside edge, down and away.
Again, keeping that pitch low again is so important.
And Levine playing right up on the dirt knows the speed and will be watching for the bunt a little closer this time. They check on the runner Nelson. He's back in time.
A good strong throw over by Wojo. Making sure Nelson doesn't get too far off the bag.
This one in on the hands, chopped left side, bobbled by Klisch.
I think it would have been a tough.
Everybody's safe. I think it would have been tough too.
Yeah.
Just a medium roller that was kind of right between short and third. They are going to call it an error, but it'll put runners at first and second with one away. Same position Armstrong was in the first. That time, Wojo able to come back with back-to-back strikeouts and get out of the inning with no damage. Bachmeier fouls off the first offering. Speed pitch down the line, and it's fair. Nelson will turn, and he'll come home. Kroll overstepped the ball. Everybody's safe. And that'll be a hit and an RBI for Bachmeier.
Well, first and foremost, that base hit was.
And I think both runners are going to advance, should advance on a second Cardinal error.
Nice piece of hitting by Bachmeier here as he's going to be able to lace it down on the line, down that third base line. No opportunity for Labine over at third. And there you see where Kroll overran that baseball, which that will be the second error, allowing both base runners to
They're
advance.
not putting an error on, but if he feels that cleanly, runners at first
they just
and
put
second.
an error on.
They did now.
Yeah, that's an error.
So runners at second and third with one out. Bunt attempt goes foul for Wozner.
I'll tell you what, Joe, the Cardinals need to get out of this inning without any more damage. The way that Kuznia is pitching, they're having a tough outside of that wonderful triple by Boxwell, having a tough time hitting the ball.
Their only base runner through 2 innings. Way up high, 1-1. They'll let the runner at third, Bachmeier at second. Speed pitch reaches out and slaps it to Agstrom at second. Only play is the out at first. It'll go down as a ground out RBI for Wozner, but works the same as a sacrifice essentially.
Yeah, most importantly, they bring the run across, and now the 2-0 lead with 2 away and J.D. Weiss at the plate.
J.D. Weiss also a strikeout victim first time through, trying to bring in that third run just 90 feet away. First pitch ripped to left, Kroll on the run. It is foul, just wide of the line.
Now, good thought there by Weiss. He got a hold of that pitch.
With that swing, Weiss nearly drove in a third run and put himself in a scoring position. Speed pitch, and Weiss way out in front of it, 0-2.
Again, Wojo just has to bear down, be concerned about this hitter at the plate. Pitchers count at 0-2 and get out of the inning with as little damage as possible. Just one hit in the inning, but a couple of errors against the Cardinals. Put them in a 2-0 hole. There it is.
Big strikeout to end the inning for Wojciechowski, his 4th of the afternoon, but the Falcons strike twice on just 1 hit. They have a 2-0 lead as we go to the bottom of the 3rd.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
My new mom and I have a lot in common.
The great outside.
We both love the outdoors.
It's so shiny.
That's not a flower. We both love geology.
Oh, look. An igneous one.
That's not a rock. And she knows a lot about wildlife.
A labradoodle.
That's not a dog. Hanging out has been kind of fun.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are.
Cardinals will come back to the plate. A little work to do now, down in a 2-0 hole.
Well, and especially against Jordan Kuznia, the way he's pitching, the left, he's having a nice, as you mentioned, 5 strikeouts, a nice outing so far early on for Armstrong.
Well, 5 strikeouts, a pop-up wide of third base, and then a rocket shot to the wall in right center. So outside of one pitch that Kuznia grooved right down the middle to Alex Boxwell, he's been pretty strong. 16 pitches in that last inning, 13 for strikes.
That's impressive. And the important thing for Kuznia is he gave up that triple to Boxwell, but didn't let a run come across.
Eight, 9, and 1 hitters due up. Third baseman Adam Levine looks at a strike at the knees. Oh, big, slow hooking curveball. Misses outside.
Carl's looking for a little production from the bottom part of their order.
With fastball called strike.
Levine and then Hagstrom in the 9th spot.
Levine got a piece of that off-speed pitch. Stays alive at 1-2. Almost offered at that curveball. Little grin on the face of the pitcher, Jordan Kuznia.
Yeah, he
thought he had him. 2-2 goes up the ladder. This one fouled off and back out of play into the neighbor's yard. Wholesales them at the end of the season. Get a bucket of balls.
Oh, it's a good deal.
Only slightly slobbered on by their 3 dozen St. Bernards. I kid, of course. Good pitch right there. Kept Levine frozen. Called strikeout on the outside edge. That's number 6 out of the first 8 men he's faced.
That's pretty good. You see it again, just caught that corner.
And now Ryan Hagstrom looks at a called strike. He mentioned it, a lot of lefties in the lineup for Coon Rapids, and then they start. First live pitching they see is from a lefty. Big cut by Hagstrom, but misses everything 0-2. Off-speed pitch called for a strike. That's 7, 3 in a row that have all been called third strikes.
And 7 strikeouts.
And 7 strikeouts through the first time through the lineup.
Yeah, we're not even. I was say we're not even out of the 3rd inning.
Zach Klisch went down swinging his first time.
Pitch looked a little low to me,
but you're not wearing the uniform.
I'm not wearing
Shapiro.
not that uniform.
Well upstairs, 1-1. Fastball in there, 1-2.
Again, doing a nice job of mixing his pitches.
Curveball. Finally called foul. I think it hit Klisch as he left the box.
Well, the Cardinals are getting contact on the ball, not solid contact at this point against Kuznia.
Well, that was that big sweeping curveball. Klisch didn't want to get punched out. Fastball down low, 2-2.
Good eye by Klisch to watch that one go by.
Strike 3, swing and miss on the curveball. Kuznia strikes out the side. We move to the 4th. It's Armstrong 2, Coon Rapids 0. You're watching high school baseball on CTN.
Okay, so we drowned the fire. Yep. Stirred it. Drowned it again. And now just feel if it's cold.
Yeah.
Cool.
Smokey just gave me a bear hug.
I know. I already posted it.
Jimmy can't sing, and Tommy can't dance, so we're gonna put some ants in their pants. Aww.
Kids will spend 22 minutes watching us, the super duper party troopers, sing about ants in their pants.
Isn't that funny? Ants in their pants, they've got ants in their pants, they've got ants in their pants.
Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. 2 minutes, twice a day. They have the time.
Back on a sunny afternoon at the Cardinal Sports Complex. Coon Rapids fans haven't had much to cheer for the home team as of yet, because Kuznia has been shutting him down.
Yeah, he's been had a strong outing so far from the mound. Kuznia, 8 strikeouts.
Bottom of the order due up for Armstrong here in the 4th. Mike Sieseski grounded out to second his first time up. This one hit well to the left side, fielded cleanly by Klisch. Throw is in plenty of time for out number 1.
Klisch had an error earlier in this game, and that time a strongly fielded ground ball. Nice throw over to the bag to Connor Boone.
Bring up Ricky Reed. He walked back in the 2nd inning. Only walk offered so far by Wojciechowski.
But Joe, Cards could use a quick inning, get back to the plate.
Shows bunt, pulls it back and takes strike 1.
Not sure what the intent of either manager obviously is, how long they're going to leave their starter out of this opening game, but
well, I've got to imagine you let Kuznia go.
I would think so.
If he's throwing a game like this. A speed pitch misses low for Wojciechowski. 2-1. Wojciechowski at 53 pitches at this point. 35 for strikes. Both throwing pretty good ball to strike ratio. Kuznia threw that 3 innings, 50 pitches, 35 for strikes. And of course, 8 strikeouts.
That's pretty impressive so far here today.
This one hits softly and will spin foul in front of Labine, charging from third. Count goes full. Wojo would like to avoid giving up his 3rd walk.
Yeah, absolutely.
The one he gave to the second hitter of the last inning turned out to be the first run of the ball game. Reed got a piece of that, and he'll stay alive. Down low, ball 4.
And you mentioned didn't want to give that walk away, and now it puts a runner on first with just 1 away. This is an Armstrong team, Joe, that's come to the season and missing about 5 of their players. They were hurt during a winter season. They're a couple weeks out yet before they're going to return to the lineup. So, you know, they would certainly like to avoid the start they had last year at 0-7 and see if they can get off to the right start while they're missing a few players.
Josh Thorpe digs in with 1 out and 1 on, shows bunt right back to Wojciechowski. He'll get the out at second. No, he won't. Klisch can't clamp it. Second error. They're calling him out. Say he lost it on the wow.
Let's take a look at it again.
That's awful. That's I don't know how. I mean, he should have been out by 3 steps.
He should have been out, and he'd have to control the baseball.
But Klisch clearly dropped the ball.
That's
so. I guess we put Thorpe at first on a fielder's choice.
2 away.
And that's fortunate for Klisch, who the time that he did get into the varsity lineup last year, he was at 3rd, and he's really wanting to be the shortstop.
Yes,
but
he asked for it. He wanted to play it, and it's and he's a good athlete, good young man, and it's just a couple of early plays in the season.
This is a strike. We go back to the top of the order. Arnost ground out and a fly out in his 2 trips.
Now, the fortunate thing for the Cardinals, the official said he held it long enough to record the out.
Well, I have been known over my career once or twice to disagree with the officiating on the field.
That's true. You know, in all these games,
and I believe I will. I think I will stay with that. Yeah. Runners going. Pitch was called a strike. Throw is there. Great gun from the catcher Justin Reeves to end the inning. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Armstrong leading Coon Rapids 2-0.
Good one, son.
Last summer, my new dad took me on vacation. First, we went deep sea fishing. Wow!
I'm so proud of you, son.
And then we went on Thunder Shark. That was awesome! Let's go again. 3 times. I gotta say, it was pretty cool.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are.
Oh, not again.
Well, the story early was pitching, and still is for Armstrong. Kuznia having a great day, and then the Falcons able to capitalize on a couple of Cardinal miscues in the field, scoring 2 runs on just 1 hit in that second inning. And that's where the score sits, 2-0. Meanwhile, Kuznia on cruise control, 8 strikeouts in the 10 men he's faced over 3 innings. Only men he hasn't struck out. Alex Boxwell, who tripled to the gap in right center, and Connor Boone, the first baseman, who popped up in foul territory wide at third base. Other than that, strikeout, 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 called strikeout, called strikeout, called strikeout, swinging strike.
Yeah, it's been definitely the Jordan Kuznia show for Armstrong here early in this ball game, and he's had such an impressive performance now so far from the mound. Cardinal batters trying to figure out how they can get to him a little bit. Just the one hit by Boxwell.
Well, and Boxwell on deck to start this 4th inning. Taylor Kroll shows bunt, and it's foul. Tried to take it down the line with him and beat it with his speed, take the Falcons by surprise.
And that's good thought by the Cardinals and Taylor Kroll at the plate. Catch him off balance a little bit, and the fact that his left-handed hitter with the kind of speed that he has, easier to get down that first baseline. See if he can bunch your way on to start this inning.
One misses outside, 1-1. Up high. One drawback, a few more pitches than he would like to have thrown through those 3 innings. And now 3-1. And a walk. First of those handed out by Kuznia.
Yeah, out of the
to the leadoff man with the biggest hitter on deck.
Yeah, and that was probably the worst outing to a batter we've seen from Kuznia here this afternoon. Just didn't have his control. And now an opportunity for Boxwell, who had that big triple earlier, see if he can continue the hot streak to start the season.
Ouellette shading him to right center a little bit more. Fell behind 2-0 the first time and then just left a juicy one, and Boxwell jumped all over it. He's finally able to get that pitch to break for him. I think he was looking for that to Kroll and just couldn't get the curve to curve. Plenty of curve on that one, but well out of the zone. Good stop by Weiss. 1-0. That's in there for a strike.
Again, kept that pitch a little bit on the outside, right at the knees, able to cut that plate.
For the Cardinals, love to get these two on base, both with a lot of speed. That one's too low, 2-1.
We're in the bottom of the 4th, just the one hit for Coon Rapids.
Kroll at first, just the second base runner of the game for the homestanding Cardinals. He's on his way. Pitch is popped up, backing out of play. Shapiro dives. Almost had it. Good effort, Shapiro.
Yeah, if I was only 10 years younger, I might have had it.
Had the hit and run on, and I'll tell you what, like I was just talking about with this speed, I think that pitch was a little high, and had Boxwell let it go, I think Kroll might have had it beat.
I think he would have. He had a nice jump.
Check him, and he's back in time.
He's a big batter for Kuznia. I would like to get Boxwell here.
Big swing and a miss, and Boxwell's down on strikes.
Strikeout number 9.
Number 9.
Number 9.
Number 9.
Number 9.
Number 9.
There's number 9.
We'll bring up the pitcher, Tyler Wojciechowski. Strikeout victim to end the first inning. It cut at the first offering and back to the backstop. And Wojo does have the power to go long. Breeze coming in occasionally from left center field will make it a little more difficult. Off-speed pitch stays high. 1-1.
Good patience at the plate by Wojo. So we talked about, we saw the Cardinal hitters swinging at some high pitches early in this game.
Foul back off the mask of Weiss. Rung his bell a little bit.
Little bit.
To make sure the ball wasn't any worse for wear. Easy to take a chunk out of the leather. 1-2. The runner Kroll at first, one out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Kuznia kicks and fires, and there's that off-speed pitch for a called strike 3.
Wojo definitely did not agree with the call by our official. I don't know.
It breaks through the zone.
It looked
a little bit wide.
A little low, I thought as well.
Well, I think it's over knee high coming across the plate. He had a lot of drop on it, but it looked wide. Either way, number 10. There's that curveball to start Andy Clark out 0-1. Trying to strand Kroll at first, a leadoff walk. Bounce back with back-to-back strikeouts. Another curveball.
Boy, that was a nice pitch.
Boy, when he does get it, when he gets it working, it is a very nice pitch. Has a lot of drop just at the right time. Fastball foul down the right field line. Long run for Outlet, but no chance at it. Kuznia, another 0-2 pitch, and Clark will take time.
Kuznia looking for strikeout number 11 here.
Oh, that was almost dropped that one in there again.
And to see the smile on his face too, I think he may have thought that was a strike, but nice pitch nonetheless. Tough to hold off that one.
They got the runner off, but he threw it wide at first. Kroll will go all the way to third on the error. They're taking their time getting it back in, and he bobbled it.
And Kroll fell just before he got to second base.
Well, he slid.
Yeah.
And then he had to get back up. He didn't know it was wide. So that'll be a two-base error charge to the pitcher.
There you see.
Comes right back, high heat. Strike 3 to Andy Clark. So a walk, and a two-base error got the runner to third. The left stranded there. 3 more strikeouts for Jordan Kuznia. We go to the 5th. Armstrong 2, Cardinals 0.
I'm 1 on Lucky Guy. The chance of being involved in a robbery is 1 in 757. The chances of being struck by lightning. 1 in 750,000.
Please fasten your seatbelts for unexpected turbulence.
The chances of being a victim in an airline crash? 1 in 29 million. Hey, could I get some peanuts? The chances of being involved in a car crash are far greater than lightning strikes and plane crashes. And if you are texting while driving, your risk of crash increases 23 times. Now, I may be an unlucky guy, but I don't have to be part of that statistic, and neither do you. Drive responsibly.
Sunglasses and seeds at the ballpark.
Nothing better. Love it. Here you see the line score, 2 runs on 3 hits and an error for Armstrong. No runs, 1 hit, 2 miscues in the field for Coon Rapids. And again, can't talk enough about Jordan Kuznia. 11 strikeouts, really keeping outside of that triple by Boxwell, keeping the Cardinal batters at bay. You rock out, Brandon Rickert.
Well, the top of the order will take to the plate. Arnost at the plate when Thorpe was thrown out trying to steal second. Turns, shows bunt. Pulls back and takes the ball high. We have a new pitcher.
Yes. Adam Wales for Coon Rapids. Senior.
Found the zone with that one. This one hit back to the right side. Bobbled a little bit, and the throw not in time. That's going to be the 3rd error in the field for Coon Rapids. Relatively routine to Hagstrom.
Yeah, those are plays you have to make. You can't bobble that kind of ball. You know the grass really isn't very thick here at this point of the season, and that's just a play that Hagstrom has to make. Would have been, as you mentioned, a routine ground ball. It would have been an out, but bobble that ground ball. And
brings up the pitcher, Jordan Kuznia. He's reached twice, single and a walk. Now with a runner at first and nobody out. Looks at a pitch up high. And now inside 2-0. This one back up the middle. Hagstrom, another chance, flips to Klisch for 1. That's all they'll get. We'll see John Nelson run for the 3rd time.
One down, the play over at second. Hagstrom making sure he got that lead runner.
Let a ground ball to the left side of the infield last time he came to the plate. Bobbled by Klisch. Reached on an error and later scored on the ground ball by Jake Wosner. Up high.
Patience at the plate. Away, runner at first. Cars love to keep something down on the ground, see if they can turn 2.
This one hit hard toward Klisch. A nice diving stop. Got it in time to second for the out. But the relay too late. But they get the lead runner again. Nice play in the field by Klisch.
Yeah, actually, Klisch doing a nice job of going to his right from the seat of his pants. Throwing over to Hagstrom, not able to turn 2, but nonetheless a great play at short by Zach Klisch getting that lead runner.
And now Matt Bachmeyer, RBI single down the 3rd base line, only hit of that 2-run 3rd inning for Armstrong. Fastball a little high. Shows bunt, runner goes, pitches inside, throw is not in the right spot, and it'll be a stolen base for Troy Aulette.
You see Tyler Wojciechowski is over at third now for Coon Rapids. Cardinals going to call time. Justin Reeves can take a walk out to the mound to talk to Adam Wales.
2-out count to the cleanup hitter, now with a runner in scoring position.
Falcons aggressive on the base pass, stealing that base. Trying to add an insurance run to this lead.
Sky to short center, tracking it is Boxwell, and he's there for out number 3. So Coon Rapids back at the plate, running out of at bats as they trail the season opener 2-0. Bottom of the 5th when we return on CTN.
And we're out.
You got plans?
You bet.
$50 million Americans struggle with hunger, but we can do something about it.
Excuse me. What's going on?
Dinner. Please join me in helping put food on their tables. Together, we can feed America.
You guys keep going. I'm gonna get the plates.
Plates?
Find your local food bank at feedingamerica.org/hunger.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
Back at the ballpark.
Yes, we are.
Blankets in order for some.
It's a little chilly. Got a little chilly.
It's not terribly warm, but you know, it's not terribly cool either.
Yeah, absolutely. Joe Young, we have a new pitcher, number 19, Jake Wozner, who's going to switch over from third, take the place of Jordan Kuznia, who had an excellent outing.
John Nelson,
yep,
who has done the pinch running,
and play third.
Will come in at third. Well, you couldn't have asked more from Kuznia on starting day.
No, absolutely not.
I mean, that's 11 strikeouts in 4 innings. Good fastball starts Connor Boone out, strike 1. I was kind of hoping that he'd see Connor Boone here because Boone's the only Cardinal he did not strike out. Yeah. Boone popped up in foul territory wide at third base, and it was caught by the man now throwing the pitches.
Yep.
And Wozner coming in, throwing some heat, back-to-back fastball, gets him out in front 0-2. This one chopped slowly down the first base line. Easy play for Bachmeyer, and there's one down.
Quick out in the bottom half of the 5th for Coon Rapids.
Bring up the catcher, Justin Reeves, punched out to end the 2nd inning. This one hit well toward the hole on the right side, fielded by Tripp. And Wozner is there to cover for out number 2.
Wozner did a nice job of coming off the mound and realizing that Bachmeyer had to move to his right to attempt to field that ball. And there you see Wozner coming off the mound, making sure he was there in time, plenty of time to record the out.
Thought off the bat that one might get through the hole, give the Cardinals just their 2nd hit of the afternoon. Now number 8 hitter, Adam Levine.
Actually, Adam Wales is the hitter who took the mound for the Cardinals.
Correct. I was going to say, Levine came out of the game. He can't hit. That was right half. It is Adam.
Yeah, you were correct. Oh, right at the knees.
It's a good 2-0 pitch from Wozner. Swing and a miss. Curveball, low and outside. Full count. Wozner trying to complete a 1-2-3 inning. And he did not get him. Wales froze the wrists.
The home plate official just shook his head, nope. Confirmed that call with our other official.
Bring up Ryan Hagstrom.
Cody Thompson's going to be the courtesy runner for Coon Rapids over at first, number 3.
Hagstrom out in front of the curve, ball 0-1. Good move to first by Wozner. Another something off speed. Hagstrom got a piece of it, so the courtesy runner will have to turn around and go back to first. 0-2. That one was dying down out of the zone, but Hagstrom fights to stay alive. Good looking pitch right there. Hagstrom frozen for a called third strike for the second time this afternoon. Inning number 6 coming up next on CTN.
All in together now. We can make it better now. Come on, can we do it?
Yeah, you know that we can.
We rope it up.
Cause we know how to jump.
We'll roll it out.
Cause we know how to skate.
We'll cut it down.
Cause we know what to eat.
We'll swap it out.
We eat healthy stuff.
Can we do it?
Yeah, you know that we can.
Can we do it?
Just moving a little and eating better every day can help make you and your child healthier. Search We Can to find doable tips and activities that you can use every day.
My new mom and I have a lot in common.
The great outside.
We both love the outdoors.
So shiny.
That's not a flower. We both love geology.
Oh, look. An igneous one.
That's not a rock. And she knows a lot about wildlife.
A labradoodle.
That's not a dog. Hanging out has been kind of fun.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are.
Back at the ballpark. It's been a pitcher's duel here in the season opener.
It has.
A couple of fielding errors by the Cardinals cost them. Both runs coming in the third inning when Armstrong had just one hit, but 2 Cardinal errors helped them plate a pair. And that's been their the only difference. Armstrong's pitching has been outstanding. 5, 6, 7 guys due up here for the Falcons in the 6th. Jake Wozner driving in a run with a ground out his last time up. Looks at a fastball for a strike from Wales.
Yeah, nice pitch right at the letters.
This one chopped left side. High hop for Wojciechowski across to Boone for out number 1.
That came hard off that infield. the grass in the infield, and Wojo doing a nice job of just waiting for it. And the gun over to Boone.
Well, Wojo actually threw pretty well in those first 4 innings.
I mean, you know Armstrong only has
4
3
strikeouts,
hits.
three walks, which I'm sure is more than he would have liked, more than he liked. But yeah, your offense has been completely silenced by first Kuznia and now Wozner. J.D. Weiss has gone down swinging twice.
That would be Jay Norgard at the plate for Armstrong, number 2.
I knew that. Why wouldn't I know that?
Well, you know, first game and all.
Well, he's quickly behind 0-2, and this one chopped left side. Running in on it, Klisch. Didn't get down far enough, and that should be...
That'll be another error.
Another error.
That's 4 now on the Cardinals. Not
well, and it really should be 5, and there should be 3 on the shortstop because very questionable call on the play at second base that Klisch dropped.
13, courtesy runner.
Courtesy runner number 13 is Lucas Wenzel for Armstrong.
So man on with 1 out for Saseki. Had to double check, make sure it was him.
Yeah, they're throwing curveballs. No pun intended.
Yeah, it was totally intended. Yeah, it's always intended with you. Fastball way up high to a big, tall hitter in Saseki.
Yeah, he's big. He's a big young man, tall young man.
One, and it's inside. Nice break to that pitch from Wales.
Coach Bright liked it.
Clip the corner. This one foul back to the backstop. Count goes even at 2-2. Cardinals will have the top of their order due up in the bottom of the 6th. Trying to erase a deficit they're hoping is no larger than 2.
And also has to concern the coach staff. Just 1 hit here so far this afternoon for Coon Rapids.
This one fouled back and 12 strikeouts.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Oh, you can't forget about that.
It's a lot.
It is a lot.
12 strikeouts in just 18 at bats. Twelve strikeouts out of 15 total outs. Nice stop behind the plate by Reeves.
Saseki held up on that one. He was looking that he wanted to offer. Got better of it the last second.
Count goes full. See if the runner at first goes with the pitch. Only 1 out here in the top of the 6th. He will stay, but now he will move on ball 4 low.
We have runners at first and second, just 1 away.
Ricky Reed has walked twice. And Wales has to challenge here, has to make him swing the bat.
Absolutely.
An error and a walk as runners at first and second with 1 out. Offered the bunt and missed for strike 1. Pitch is down low, 1-1.
As you mentioned, that Wales will have to go after him, but he's got to be careful here as well.
Can't groove one, but you certainly can't get into trouble where putting him on base. Good bunt that time. Scooped up by Wales, barehanded. Throws over to Boone in time. But a good sacrifice by Ricky Reed puts 2 runners in scoring position.
Well, the Cardinals had 2 away and runners at second and third early in this game, and they were able to get out of it, looking to do so here.
They had 1 out back in the first inning.
Back in the first inning, yeah.
It's time with 2. And it's the number 9 spot coming up.
We're going to have another new hitter, Jack McDonough. Number 8 will be our new hitter for Armstrong, taking the place of Josh Thorpe.
Thorpe had grounded out.
Working hard, Reaver. Gotta help him out, Wade.
Runners is second and third, 2 out. Jack McDonough digging in for the first time this afternoon. And he looks at a strike along the outside edge.
Yeah, Wells did a nice job of just keeping that ball relatively low and to the outside. Trying to get him something on the ground, get out of this inning without any damage. Down 2-0.
Down and in this time, evens it up at 1-1. Curveball got him swinging. A pretty pitch right there from Adam Wales.
Yeah, nice pitch for Wales, and now you're ahead in the count of 1-2, an opportunity. See if you can get McDonough to go after something. But he did a nice job on that pitch, bottom dropping out. McDonough offering.
Comes back with another curveball, gets him swinging and gets out of the danger. Cardinals have their work cut out for them. They trail by 2 going to the bottom of the 6th. You're watching the high school season opener on CTN.
So this is my computer.
This is your computer. Let's go on the internet.
Let's go. Click it.
Yes.
Okay.
I cursor in between the R and the E. If I say dot, I want you to just push the period.
She's gonna love me all over again now.
That's it. Jamaica, here you go.
Here we go.
Good job.
Thank you. Thank you. And I did it by myself. Feel smarter.
Body language can tell you all sorts of things. Like someone is having a stroke. Know the sudden signs. Learn fast. Face drooping, arm weakness, speech difficulty. Time to call 911 and get them to a hospital immediately. Learn the body language and spot a stroke fast.
Back at the ballpark, it's do or die time for the Cardinals. Top of the order here in the bottom of the 6th. They find themselves trailing the Armstrong Falcons by a 2-0 score. No earned runs in the ball game, Howie. No earned runs in the ball game. Zach Klisch gone down swinging in his first 2 at-bats. He's had a rough afternoon in the field as well. 2 of the Cardinals' 4 errors charged to him.
Yeah, rough opening day in the field for Mr. Klisch.
Well, and the Cardinals in general, 4 errors. This one, a high one hop to Nelson. He throws across to Bachmeyer in time for out number 1.
Nelson, nice job on the scoop and throw.
Taylor Kroll, a strikeout in the first, a walk in the fourth. Advanced to third on a 2-base throwing error, but was left stranded there. Cardinals have only had 3 base runners in the ballgame. 2 of them have made it to third base. Took a little something off that to find the zone, 1-1. That one dying down and in, 2-1.
Oh, just trailing 2-0. Cardinals like to get something started here. I mean, you mentioned they're running out of outs.
Up high, 3-1. Well, meat of their order, 2 up right here. Alex Boxwell on deck has their lone hit, and it was a rocket.
It was.
To the right center field fence. That one's up high, ball 4. Second walk of the afternoon for Taylor Kroll. And we talked about his speed. See if Boxwell can find something he likes from Jake Wozner.
Well, and Wozner's got to be careful here too to a hitter like Boxwell. You saw what Kuznia offered that first opportunity for Boxwell.
That was a good-looking pitch, broke right across the plate. Strike 1. Check on Kroll, he's back in time. Runner is going, pitches in the dirt, no throw attempt from the catcher Norgard.
Norgard did a nice job of just scooping that ball up, but Kroll got a great jump on it.
Well, and with the pitch already in the dirt, hard to come up throwing. Rather than risk a chance of making a bad throw and giving him yet another base, you just put it in your pocket. So runner at second, 1 out, a 1-1 count for Alex Boxwell. Up high. And Wozner certainly wants to throw strikes here and not have the chance of walking the 2 tying runs onto base, representing the 2 fastest guys on the other roster. That one skips away from Norgard, and Kroll will just jog to second or over to third base on the pass ball.
No, he's still at second. He didn't get much of a jump. It kind of hesitated.
You know what? I saw the shortstop jogging over there, and it's about all the faster Kroll should have had to run. But it's ball 4, and it does put Boxwell on base. So now a lot of speed. An extra base hit could tie this ball game, and Wojciechowski's got the stick to do it. Went down swinging and then punched out in his 2 at-bats. Give him the right pitch, and he could end the ball game right here.
He could. Oh no, they'd have Armstrong has another at bat. It's only the 6th inning.
6th inning. That's right. They play 7 innings.
They do. They do.
Would they change that?
They just changed a brand new rule this year. Coach Sobiak going to take a walk out to the mound. Talk to.
Yeah, struggling with his control a little bit here. Back-to-back walks. And now into a hitter's count to the cleanup man.
Yeah, again, you want to keep that ball low. You want to try and keep it on the ground, and you don't want to give him anything he can groove. Well, if you like what we're doing here, go right over to Facebook. But wait till after the game and like our site,
well,
CTN
you got
Studios.
time. If you're watching it online, you can.
You
pull up,
could.
you
could.
pull
But you
up
don't want
the second window.
You don't want to miss anything that you say. First of all, people,
You
they're
can
hung on every word.
Keep the audio.
Well, yeah, but you might get distracted a little bit. Nonetheless, check us out on Facebook.
2-0 pitch from Wozner to Wojciechowski. This one ripped to the right side, fielded, bobbled a little bit, but Tripp able to make the play to Bachmeyer for out number 2. Both runners advance.
So you have 2 away runners at second and third. An opportunity for Andy Clark here.
Andy Clark also 2 strikeouts in his first 2 appearances. Could tie the ball game with a base hit. So far, the Cardinals have only mustered just 1.
Yeah, a base hit here would be huge.
Got him out in front of the breaking pitch, 0-1. Comes back with the fastball, but it's been beneath the knees.
Yeah,
1-1.
a little bit low. Andy Clark did a nice job of holding off.
It was easy for me to say, apparently.
Spit that out.
I couldn't decide whether I wanted to go with below or beneath. Belief?
Believe me when I tell you.
Another curveball, and again, Clark well in front of it. 1-2. Wozner trying to get out of a bit of a jam. Got him swinging on a pitch in the dirt. They'll have to throw down to complete the out. But again, the Falcons get out of a jam. Final inning coming up next on CTN.
A single ember that escapes from a wildfire can travel more than a mile. That single ember can ignite and destroy your home or even your community. You can't control where that ember will land, only what happens when it does. Get Fire Adapted now at fireadapted.org.
Get caught buzz driving, and you could do some hard time.
Craig, knock it off.
Sorry, Mom. It could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. And that could set you back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Back at the ballpark, ready to start the 7th inning. Top of the order, due up for Armstrong.
Everything the same in the field for the Cardinals. Adam Wales continues to stay on the mound here, pitching in the top of the 7th.
Arnost 0 for 3, a ground out, a fly out, and reached on an error. Looks at a fastball and starts with a strike.
And Cardinals just looking for a quick inning here, try and get their opportunity to get to the bottom of the 7th, see if they can manufacture something.
Almost had something going in the 6th.
Yeah, that was probably their best chance.
Off-speed pitch foul back. But a very pleasant day at the ballpark. Curveball inside, 2-2.
Wells thought he may have had him there, just a little bit low.
Another curveball. This one chopped to first, hustled to the bag by Boone. That's out number 1.
Well, Boone realized that Wales coming off the mound wasn't going to get to the bag before he could toss it to him, so he had to quickly hustle over to the bag.
Jordan Kuznia had filled this number 2 spot and reached base all 3 times. All 3 times, Nelson came in to pinch run. Nelson swings at the first pitch he sees, sends it out to right, but Clark is there for the catch for out number 2. That'll bring up Troy Ouellette, theoretically.
Yes, you are correct.
Okay. Ouellette is 1 for 3. Bunt single in the first, then reached on an error and scored in the 3rd.
Nice pitch.
Reached on a fielder's choice in the 7th, or in the 5th. Another nice little bender there from Wales.
You know, both pitchers for Coon Rapids, pretty nice outing here this afternoon. Haven't got any run production.
That one broke well in front of the plate, and it's going to be a strikeout, but Ouellette will reach on a wild pitch. And that will keep the inning alive.
See the swing and the miss, but tough one for Reeves to control behind the plate. Gets by him, and Ouellette easily able to make it down to the bag at first.
Bachmeyer digging in, an RBI single in the 3rd. Strikeout and a flyout in his other at-bats. Runner at first and 2 out. Pitch is up high. Joe's bunt takes a pitch up and in. The throw well off target from Justin Reeves, and Ouellette to second on the stolen base.
He didn't get a good throw on that, did Reeves, and easily stolen base.
And a 2-0 count to Bachmeyer. This one hit high to left center. Over is Kroll. He'll make the catch and end the inning. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Coon Rapids trailing Armstrong 2-0. You're watching high school baseball on CTN.
A full life, measured in seats, starts with the right ones early on. Car crashes are the #1 killer of children 1 through 13. Learn how to prevent deaths and injuries by using the right car seat for your child's age and size.
Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. 2 minutes, twice a day. They have the time.
Connor Boone, Justin Reeves, and Adam Wales do up this inning for Coon Rapids.
They're going to face Matt Bachmeyer. He's going to move over from first, and Wozner is going to move back from the mound over to first base to try and finish up this game over at that position. So it'll be the third pitcher of record for the Falcons.
No, there's only one pitcher of record.
Oh, third pitcher of the day. I'm sorry, that's what I meant to say.
I just gotta. I
No,
gotta keep you.
that's
I gotta
fine.
keep you up on that.
I appreciate that.
Pitcher record is still the starter Jordan Kuznia. Through just 4 innings, but struck out 11. First pitch fouled up and will get out of play down the right or left field line. Boone, a pop up and a ground out to first. Fastball hit back up the middle and through. Just the second hit of the afternoon for Coon Rapids, but it comes in a crucial spot leading off the 7th inning.
Yeah, big time to get that hit for Connor Boone. He's able to get that right back up the box.
And now the catcher, Justin Reeves. Strikeout and a ground out to the right side in his 2 trips. First pitch is down low. Outside, 2-0.
Doesn't matter when you score the runs in the game, it's as long as you score them before that last out. Cardinals trying to get a little something going here in bottom half of the 7th.
Outside, 3-0. And Bachmeyer, I'm sure, will be looking at this one all the way. Representing the tying run here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Take sign was on, but easy take as it was down and away for ball 4. So leadoff single followed by a 4-pitch walk. Cardinals got something cooking as they get to the bottom 2 spots in their order.
They're going to send Cody Thompson up to the mound, up to the plate for Coon Rapids. His first opportunity to bat here.
Oh, they're going to leave Wales in. I'm guessing Wales is a better bunter. Because this is a no doubt bunting situation.
Move the runners over with nobody out. I'm sure Armstrong knows that as well.
Well, Thompson, they haven't dug in yet, but he's playing back even with or behind third base. I think he'd want to be a couple steps in.
He's moving in a little bit.
Wozner playing in on the grass at first. There's the bunt. It'll take strike 1. Bachmeyer misses outside, 1-1. They're keeping third baseman Thompson back, hoping to get the force at third on the bunt attempt. Sharp bunt. Only play is over to first. And a successful sack for Price by Adam Wales.
A smile on his face, able to move the runners over. No, just 1 away now. Now you're going to get Cody Thompson up to bat. Cody's going to walk down and have a little chat with Coach Coe before his at bat. Thompson will bat for Hegstrom.
Talk about a pressure first at bat of the season. Bottom of the 7th inning, tying runs in scoring position. First pitch, high fly ball to right. Back on it is Ouellette. It's over his head. Cardinals have tied it up. And Thompson digging for third. The throw is high, and the tag is not there.
Wow.
An RBI triple, a 2-run triple to tie this ball game.
You had Ouellette in close and right, and he didn't judge that ball the way he wanted to. And give credit to Cody Thompson, he gave that a ride. Now a little pressure on Zach Klisch. Base hit or a hit to the outfield here.
Well, and a lot of pressure on Bachmeier and Norgard.
Yep.
One miscue between pitcher and catcher could cost him a ball game that has been theirs from the very start.
Coach Sobiek's going to take a walk to the mound. Boy, you talk about how things can change, Joe Young.
And Klisch, we've talked about, one of the senior captains, a couple of miscues in the field. He'd like to make up for those, and no better time than right here, right now.
Oh, without a doubt.
And I don't know what kind of speed Thompson's got, but he's a courtesy runner, so you guess he has some. And I don't know what kind of bunter Klisch is, but do you put the squeeze play on?
You certainly could. You certainly could. We'll see what Coon Rapids has in store.
I doubt you'd go suicide.
No.
But if he's got the speed to go squeeze play.
They'd settle for a lazy fly ball to the outfield.
Or a sharp single.
Well, that would be okay as well.
Well, we got a ball game here. All tied up. Pitch from Bachmeier, swung on and missed.
Big swing and a miss by Klisch.
Shows bunt, pulls it back, but strike 2.
A tough situation now. It's going to have to hit away here.
Infield in, and so is the pitch, 1-2.
Coach Bright's playing in.
Speed pitch, and he couldn't keep his wrists back. Strike 3, and a big strikeout for Bachmeier and the Falcons.
Big opportunity here now for Taylor Kroll. 2 away, runner at third. Opportunity to win this game if we get a base hit.
Curveball misses outside. Kroll a couple of walks in his last 2 trips. This one chopped left side on a couple of hops. Reed throws across to Wolsner, and we're going to extra innings in the season opener. We're all tied up 2-2 between Coon Rapids and Armstrong. You're watching baseball on CTN.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
Looking for these? You drive buzzed. It could be one very expensive ride.
First, you gotta make bail. Then pay me to get your car back.
Your insurance premiums will go through the roof.
And my legal fees just keep adding up. All told, it could end up costing you $10,000.
Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving.
A little extra baseball on opening day. Coon Rapids rallies for a pair at the bottom of the 7th. And we head to the 8th.
Cardinals had the opportunity to get the first win of the season. Unfortunately for them, they had a runner third with one away. Couldn't get that run in. Thus, going to extra innings.
This one chopped right back to the mound. Wales takes his time, out number 1.
Quick out for the Cardinals in the field here, top half of the 8th.
And originally, Wales was going to be DH'd for that last inning, so he would have been done. Instead, he came in and laid down a sacrifice bunt, get the tying runs to 2nd and 3rd. Called strike at the knees on Norgard. Reached on an error in his only at bat. Falls off a curveball, falls behind 0-2.
Oh, nice start to the inning for Wales here in the top of the 8th. Gets the batter out quickly. First batter here in the inning, and now 0-2 on Norgard.
Good pitch for a strikeout. Wales pitching his 4th inning in relief after Wojo pitched the first 4.
Oh, nice spot that pitch, just a little bit low.
That one finds the zone, evens the count 1-1. Curveball got away from Wales a little bit, stayed well high, 2-1. This one laced to center. Boxwell back on it, but it's over his head, bouncing to the wall. Saseski, stand-up double with 2 outs here in the 8th.
Well, there's that power that Mike's Uncle Paul told me about. He hit that nicely to center field. Now with 2 away, and runner at second, an opportunity, scoring position opportunity for Armstrong to see if they can take that lead right back.
Ricky Reed 0 for 0 today. 2 walks and a sacrifice bunt. 3 plate appearances, no at-bats. Now with the go-ahead run at second base, 2 out. Looks at a pitch down low. This one soft roller to the right side. Boone started going one way, had to come back to field it. Wales there to cover. And the inning is over. Cardinals back at the plate when we return. We're in the middle of the 8th inning of the season opener.
Really?
Woods, what's up, man? You left some leaves burning out here.
Yeah, I just came in just for a second.
Come on, man. If it's too hot to touch, it's too hot to leave. You could torch the whole neighborhood.
It's a good point there, Smokey.
9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Heroes come from small towns.
Many of our heroes coming home from wars in Iraq and Afghanistan have a new battle, unemployment. Hello, I'm Rocky Lynn.
I'm Sergeant Dejan Farrell.
And I'm Captain Ron Jarvie. The unemployment rate for today's veteran is 12%.
That's twice the average of others living here in the Heartland.
This year, tribute to the troops, the Armed Forces, and members of the Upper Midwest ME chapter are asking you to help. Hire today's veteran.
To hire today's veteran, visit Hero to Hired at h2h.jobs.
Meat of the order, 2 up for the Cardinals here in the bottom of the 8th inning. They rallied to tie the game in the 7th and force extras. And now here you have 3, 4, 5 hitters. Boxwell, Wojciechowski, and Clark due up. And they would like to end it in walk-off fashion. Bachmeyer trying to work low in the zone, a little too low. Boxwell a triple, a strikeout, and a walk. This one hit well to left, back on it, over the head of Ciseski. And Boxwell will stand up with a double to lead off the 8th.
That's the way you want to start if you're Coon Rapids. Alex Boxwell drills another pitch, this time
I'm surprised
over the left fielder's head.
And I'm surprised how shallow Ciseski was playing. After we saw the first one, his first at bat, high off the wall in right center. I thought that one might have more of a chance. Then it ended up having Wojciechowski looking for his first hit of the season, and he pounds this one to left center. Ciseski back on it this time, makes the catch. Boxwell tagged, but will stay at second base. Just an exciting loud out.
Yes, it was. And, not hit far enough, and Wojo's hitting his leg with the helmet, disappointed on that one. But
I think it held up in the wind a little bit.
It did.
Now Andy Clark, 3 strikeouts in his 3 trips. Like to end that streak, looking for his first hit of the season, and it could be a game winner. This one chopped foul, fielded beautifully by Jerry Coe.
He still has game, Coach Coe.
Ambidextrous game. Scooped that with his throwing hand. There you see it, pro in action. Bachmeyer kicks and fires again. This time a fastball misses wide. 1-1. Clark hits this one back up the right side. Tripp fields, throws over to Wolzner for the second out. Boxwell advances to third.
Now with 2 away, an opportunity for Connor Boone to be the hero.
Well, Boone with a single in his last at bat ended up scoring the first run of the season for the Cardinals. Bouncer back through the box his last time up. And again, good speed at third base, so some pressure on Jay Norgard behind the plate. Make sure he keeps that ball in front of him. This one popped up, will stay in play. Norgard can't quite make the play as he and Bachmeyer were both going for it. Or he and Nelson, rather.
Nelson, yep.
One and one. 2 outs, the winning run at third base. Pitches in the dirt, skips away, not far enough.
Oh, Boxwell had a smile on his face because he was so tempted.
Norgard, to his credit, did a nice job of getting a piece of it, not letting it get too far away, and quickly getting over to recover it, and also to Bachmeyer, who was ready to come home and cover the plate. 2-1. Skied left side. Pitcher, nobody going for it. It's going to drop in the middle of the infield.
Wow.
A pop-up single that everyone lost, fell 15 feet in front of home plate. And it's an RBI single for Connor Boone.
I'll tell you, that's a tough way to lose a ball game. You know, Armstrong played well. And boy, what a tough way to lose a ball game. But you got to give credit to the Cardinals. They got those 2 runs when they needed it to tie this game, and able to Boxwell with that big double, able to advance to third. And fortunately for Coon Rapids, they get the win. They're going to go to 1-0, and the Armstrong Falcons will drop to 0-1.
Well, it couldn't have ended any crazier. I thought that was just as routine as they come, straight up over the plate. Any of the infielders really, I'll give the middle infielders a pass on it, but the corner infielders, pitcher and catcher, all should have been able to be under that. It was up there forever, but nobody taking charge, and a couple guys losing track of the ball. It falls right in between 4 fielders, and the Cardinals sneak out of one where they made far too many miscues in the field.
You know, and the guy you have to feel sorry for is Jordan Kuznia.
No doubt.
Because he had 11 strikeouts on the day, and
in 4 innings.
Yeah, and he gave his team an opportunity to win. We left the game up 2-0, and the Cardinals they get a gift there.
Yeah, Kuznia was definitely the story early on. 11 strikeouts in the 12 outs he was on the hill for. And then the Falcons able to capitalize on a couple of Coon Rapids errors in that 3rd inning and score a pair of runs. But never saying die. They come back and scratch out a couple in the 7th. A big 2-run triple by Cody Thompson in his first at-bat of the season that ties the ball game. And then, Alex Boxwell, 2 hits and 3 trips, a double, a triple, and he scores the winning run on the, I guess you call it a bloop.
Wasn't pretty, but they got it done.
You don't see one like that very often, as there you saw it. It fell right in between 4 Falcon defenders.
Crazy.
And Boxwell crosses the plate with the winning run. Coon Rapids survives 3-2.
Yeah, it looked like the Cardinals with trouble hitting. It says 3 hits, but I believe they have 4 hits. 5 hits. On the day, and going into this game, not hitting just 1 hit until late in the late stage of this ball game. But the Cardinals did what they needed to do. They got it done. They got the win, and they start this 2014 season off 1-0.
And we will continue to keep track of their progress here on CTN. Join us for Sports Night Live every Tuesday night at 7:30, and join our regular broadcasts throughout the season as we try and catch up with them on game day. But that's going to do it for this edition of CTN Sports Game. The final score from Sunstrom Field, it's Coon Rapids 3, Armstrong 2. I want to thank everybody out there for joining us, continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including Howie Shapiro, I'm Joe Young, saying goodnight.